Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video, and today it's time for PSGL and we're racing around Austria, as you can see. We're currently P6 in the standings in PSGL. Unfortunately, we've only done 3 races out of 6, so considering that, I think we can be happy with being P6 in the standings, but ideally we would have done all the races, of course. But yeah, was not possible, unfortunately. But here we are in Q1. First lap was not ideal. We're P15 at the moment, and well, you can probably already see it in the title. We are gonna start last, basically. So this lap for now is pretty decent, a 10th up, but that was a massive moment and that cost us probably a 10th for sure. Then into this first left-hander, missed the apex there, unfortunately, and this left-hander was alright. And now heading into the final 2 corners, gonna head into the first one, that's fine, but then the second one we go too deep and that was invalid. So that was out in Q1 and we're already last, so that's P19. I think Lucas Blakely was joining for the race, but then in qual you can see Otis Lawrence, our teammate, is in P2, so that's very nice from him. So yeah, let's get into the race. Here we are then, and as you can see we're gonna start on the hard tires. I had to update Otis on what tires everyone was on, so he could decide his strategy on that. But as you can see, I can barely see the tires here.
It's split. I think it's
pretty split.
Plan B, plan A or plan B?
I think more hards. More on hards.
yeah,
Why
hard.
is Discord plan A?
But Discord was having a bad time, so they couldn't hear it, and we don't have any lights, so on the left you can see them, fortunately, so that was good. But away we go, and we're gonna start on hard. Same as Fabrizio, he is in P18, Lucas Blakely right behind us, and now
Of course Discord had the bug.
obviously there is a lot to happen in this race. It's very easy to overtake. You guys will see turn 3 this corner a lot in this video, as basically every time there are some opportunities and some things happening. But we managed to keep our position there, as Lucas had a tight line, we got a better exit. And now Shanaka diving down the inside of both Tomek Purazzi's and Fabrizio.
What am I seeing from Shanaka?
And now it's Fabrizio right ahead of us again, so yeah, it's not really great to start sending it on him, but then starting with lap 3 you can see Lucas is using his ERS, so we went defensive there. Lucas still on the outside, so leaving him space, try and get a good exit, but he's still very close. So we have to defend him off probably into this corner now. So we go slightly defensive. He's still going for the inside. Fabrizio dives down the inside. And I'm not sure what's happening there, but it's at least Tomek who went sideways. And now we're a bit boxed in. Currently last. Now Tomek was pushed onto the grass. Try and go for the outside line. Tomek and Lucas making contact, and now we can get past on the left hand side here, so that's us up to P18. And you can see Lucas still trying to hang it around the outside, but we are pretty far ahead. I'm not sure what I was thinking into that corner to send it. That was not very smart. I think I want to try and defend against Lucas, but just outbroke myself a lot. But now we did get past Shanaka in that final corner. He's also backing off, letting Tomek pass. I'm not sure what's happening there. But now Lucas is weaving because we've lost DRS, and he wants me to try and get back in and I think into this corner. We broke very late, simply to just get the DRS back, and we did. So that's nice. Up to P17. Now it's Jake Benham ahead of us. He had some slight wing damage, but he is on mediums. But yeah, still he was dropping quite a bit, so we have to get past him as soon as possible. I don't expect him to fight this too hard. So using our battery, you can see he's not defending the inside. So we are going up the inside and leaving a space on exit, of course, up to P16. And now again right behind Fabrizio, but you see Lucas is trying to go as well. And we just have to make sure that Lucas won't get past. And now Jake is still ahead of him, so that's good for now. And
we have to let them use their ERS.
On lap 13, you can see Wilson Hughes and Thomas Gao are battling.
Go.
And now I was hoping for Fabrizio to get the move done, so we can work our way forward. And now Fabrizio is going up the inside into turn 4.
Right.
Wilson
Oh
barely left any space.
What is he doing?
So we gained 3 positions there. Unfortunately, Fab got involved and had slight wing damage as well.
Reference axle.
Now it's Ismail Fassi right ahead of us, and we have to close the gap, and we do. You can see top left, the gap is now 8.5 tenths, and I think lap after we are right with him. So we're gonna try and work together here to close back up to the cars ahead. 1.9 seconds is the gap for now, and close that down to 1.6. And now Ismail is gonna get past again, and so we just work together. Don't blast too much ERS, but still have the advantage with ERS. And now you can see Ismail's moving out of the way again. I'm not sure why, maybe because I was using my ERS and closed up a bit. But he will get past again in this corner. Unfortunately, we still don't have the DRS, but we are getting very close. Only 1.3 seconds is the gap, and Ismail seems to be very close to that 1 second detection zone, but he didn't have it, so we got past again.
Repair.
And into this corner we had a little moment, but Ismail was not trying to go for it now, so that's very good. You can see the gap is 1 second, and we are back in the DRS. Now lap 21. We are right behind Joni Tormano. We're 2.5 tenths back, but the cars are slowing down a lot, so we're going to go down the inside into turn 3. And now we are side by side on this straight heading into turn 4. We do have the inside line, but you can see he has more straight line speed, so we're gonna try and brake late and go tiny bit too deep, but we leave space on the exit, and now that's the move done, and that's us up into P9. There are also guys already boxing who did medium hard, and now a lot of guys ahead and behind are all gonna go into the pits.
One lap ago.
As we are the only one who haven't done the pit stop yet, and I've muted the audio a bit because you understand why.
Larry, man! What is he doing? I've got damage.
So that was going on, and yeah, that's a bit impossible to hear my voice if that's on the background as well. But we're boxing in lap 25, and we are likely to come out at the back of the grid. So we will have very fresh tires, but we have a lot of moves to make, and there are many guys who only have 1 lap older tires, so that's not a very big difference. And now Wilson Hughes is trying to go for a move. We are gonna keep it down the inside here, make a little bit of contact there because of cold tires. That was my fault.
You wanna demonstrate?
And now Fabrizio ahead of us. He
Oh
boxed
my
quite.
god, man!
He boxed quite a bit earlier,
So fed up with driving
Yep.
this league.
and he's gonna let us through here. So that's very nice, and that's us up into P12 with 8 laps to go. So still a lot of moves to make in order to get that podium. And now Thomas Gal is right ahead of us. He also boxed quite early, as he was struggling in the first stint. So now we just have a way better exit and just fly past him. That's us up into the P11, and now it's a lot of carnage up ahead. You can see a wing end plate is flying off there from one of the cars, and that's probably Joni Tormola who picked up some damage there. So we have to get past him as soon as possible to not lose any unnecessary time. So now using our battery, going up the inside into this left-hander, and since he has no front grip anymore, that was quite an easy
My car
pass.
does not turn, man.
And if you guys didn't know yet, Otis has damage. But now we are up the inside of Tom Manley, and we give him just enough space on the exit there,
Oh,
and that's the move done up to P9.
this is
And
you.
now in lap 30,
Almost 90% ERS.
it's Thomas right ahead of us, and I think he also has only 1 lap older tire than me. And now Tom Manley is trying to go for a move on the outside. We're gonna keep the inside line again, and that was a bit of weird wheel banging there, and we are very low in ears as well, so we have to be careful with that. Now into turn 4, it's Otis right ahead of us.
Let me go.
And he's gonna let us through here.
Thank you.
Also because he had the damage, of course.
I try to recharge as much as you can.
So now you can see all the cars ahead. It's so close. But we have gained already 11 positions from the start. And
What a joke of a driving standard is this, man.
now only skip 2 corners ahead there. You can see Nicolas's wing end plate flew off as well. So there are a lot of guys picking up damage here. Now Tom Manley is going to try and go for a move again. We're going to keep the inside line, and now it's Frederick Rasmussen right ahead of us.
You have damage,
So probably
Yeah,
as Tom Manley hooked the tires there a little bit, but now Freddy and Tom are obviously sort of teammates.
Clear tire.
So I was expecting some little bit of team play here, but was not too bad. You can see Frederick's front end plate is gone as well.
Honestly, Ferrari masterclass. Holy shit.
So that was an easy
right.
pass up to P8, and now lap 33. There are only 3 laps to go after the next lap. So now it's Brendan Lee, and he is on pretty old tires. I think he was one of the first ones to box in this race. You could hear Thijs say there, Brendan under 10% of ERS. So now on this exit we're gonna try and go for a move, and there's a small gap, we're squeezing ourselves through it, and now heading into turn 4, trying to brake late, leaving the space on the inside for Brendan, and having a better exit than Tom Manley, and that's us up to P6. And now it's Danny Beresnay right ahead of us, and he's on the hards, and he boxed quite early as well, so we should have a good tire advantage over him. And now you can see he went a little bit deep, and that gives us an opportunity into this double left-hander. We're gonna try and go around the outside on the first left-hander. We're side by side for now, going around the outside in the second left-hander. Now we managed to make the move stick, and that's us up to P5 with only 1 lap to go now. In the final lap, it's Jarno in the lead, and I'm happy he didn't decide to not play any DRS games there, because that would cause a lot of carnage. And now you can see Tom Manley behind is waiting, so that gives us some space as well. So we can just try and get a good exit here. You can see cars ahead, it's almost 3 wide, and now you can see also Nicholas is trying to put some pressure there, and he made some contact, so we get past Nicholas and we're side by side with Thomas Ronna here. And now we're gonna do the same thing as what we did with Danny Barris, and we're gonna try and keep it around the outside in the double left-hander. And now on the exit we have a snap of oversteer there because the curb was pretty slippery. So we do get past up to P3, and it seems like we've done the last two podium PSGL. So
Let's go,
we cooked.
Yeah, awesome job, Duncan.
GG. I'm gonna break something, man, I swear to God. I can't be arsed.
Fuck yes, man.
Get me off this game.
So that's a podium. We almost got Istvan Pukki there on the final straight as well, out of the final corner, but yeah, we were just too high on wings to even do that. So yeah, very happy. Currently we are P5 in the standings, and there's still quite some races to go, so who knows what we can do. I think Jarno's quite far in the lead, but maybe somewhere in the top 3 is still possible. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.